Hi everyone and welcome back to Satisfactory. Finally, we are back. And yeah, we have a lot to do today actually. I'm not sure if I get everything done, to be fair, but we will see. We will see, right? I'm over here at the concrete factory and yeah, this is going well so far, which is good. So, I have a big fat reminder on there, and yeah, don't forget to mention the concrete foundations and the object scanner. So, this little space here will become something. In a little bit, we will basically have to move some stuff around, but let's get into this, right? The concrete foundations. There's a specific reason why I wanted to get them so early on, right? If you go to foundations, we can go to this drop-down menu and say concrete foundation, right? And you can see they cost 7 concrete per foundation, and if you compare that to the fix-it foundations, yeah, it's 2 concrete more, but you don't have to pay the 2 iron plates, which then can be spent into conveyor belts, for example. So, this is a very cool way to like do a little bit of a redesign as well. Just add this right from now on instead of just using the normal foundations. I guess we could add these to the hotbar at some point, but I think I will start using them once we have like the blueprint designer and when we are starting to get into a little bit more of like bigger builds and stuff like that, right? So yeah, should be decent and a lot of fun. And yeah, that leaves us with a couple of things to do. Also, let's have a quick look at our chest near the equipment workshop. Because I did store... No, where did I store the object scanner? Oh, in my hand. Lol. Okay, as you can see, it's currently set to the barrel nuts, and if you press right click, you can either go for it, basically restart it. Hang on, there we go. So you can see we are now on power slugs. If you hold left mouse button, you can actually decide what you want to scan. So there's barrel nuts, we know they're there. You press right click, and now the closer we get, the more these should... Oh, whoops, that was the wrong button. I don't know why it's not picking up these ones, but... Well, because you're on power slugs again. Oh, if right-click, you can actually cycle through them as well. Okay, good, I learned something new. And you can hear a little beeping, so you know you are near the object, right? We have mushrooms in here, Mercer's Steer. We don't have to research, I think. Power slugs, and so on. So those are some things that you can do, which are good. So I also did do a little bit more exploring. I found another hard drive. I found 4 blue power slugs, and I have 10 alien DNA capsules, which is very nice to see indeed. That is absolutely something we do want to see. So, before we start anything today, we will just scan this hard drive. There we go. This will take 10 minutes, and we can get rid of this huge reminder. And yeah, today, as I was alluding to last episode, I want to get rid of all this iron stuff and rebuild it and make it right this time. So we probably will get rid of all these foundations as well. We will have to move the awesome sink and everything as well, but first let's send these guys in, craft our, whoopsie, power shards. There we go, that's 4 more of those added. We can also make this our active milestone. There we go. Did we get some coupons? Yes, we got 3 of those. Good. Let's see. Okay, 3 is not enough for the conveyor walls, which is something I would have liked to get. Instead, we could go for stairs. Yes, that's a good idea. And also, the coffee cup. I just would like to have that. Thank you very much, because now we can have that in our hand and drink a sip of coffee whenever we want to. Completely useless, doesn't do anything except for immerse you even more, which is nice. Alright, a little bit of fun goes a long, long way. So, we want to work towards the jump pads milestone today, as well as I was talking about the iron setup. We will do it without the recipes that we have unlocked, and we will redo it probably in the next episode and add smart plating as well in the next episode, and then we will be we will complete phase 1 in the next episode if all goes to plan, which sounds good. I also want to get into Quickwire and the zipline, but before we do that I really want to set up the iron stuff. So the whole awesome zinc stuff needs to go for now, like that. We will also move our hub today. I think we can grab everything out of this chest. Does it fit? Yes, it does. Oh yeah, and here we do have our stairs foundation. We can also do this with concrete, as you can see here, which is very nice. I guess the ramps as well? Yes. Haha! Very nice, very nice. Now, in this day and age we will stick to the fix-it stuff just because it is cheaper. So yeah. Let's get our hub back. How do we want to do this? Do you know what? I actually like this orientation very much. Yes, we have our chest, we have the crafting bench, and that. Good, perfect. And we will take the awesome sink, and we will lock the hologram here. Let's have a quick glance. Push it in. That seems about right. Add the conveyor belt again and connect this up to power. There we go. And the awesome shop can be right next to this. Okay, cool. I also took down the equipment workshop. I guess this one can sit over in this corner, maybe? Right here. Add the personal storage box again, where we can store all of these things. Let's also take the MAM with us and put that down right here. And yeah, even if you take it away, and the timer will keep going for the hard drives, which is very, very nice. And with that, we should have everything for the milestone. There we go. Awesome. That is all tier 2 milestones done. Cool. So now we also have, under transport, we have the jump pad and the U-Jelly landing pad. These are really cool. Let's get crafting. We need 2 rotors. We need 4 rotors, basically. Okay, we do have everything we need, so let's quickly talk about jump pads, because I honestly feel like they are a lot of fun. But they're also kind of useless sometimes. Look at this. It's so huge, but we will just plop it down here for now. And add a little bit of power to that. Okay, let's grab this power pole really quickly. Bring some power down to the space elevator. This is temporary, don't worry. Let's get the jump pad out and try to align this. Oh, this is gonna be tricky, isn't it? Aha! try to align this. Once you press left click once, you can use your mouse wheel to adjust your trajectory. I'm not sure if we hit that. Let's try it. So you just walk or jump onto this. Whoops. And you get flung across. Oh yeah, we are way off. It's fine though, it's fine. Let's build one of those, let's say, in front of the tower. And now if we jump off this and land in here, bam, we are absolutely safe. It's dumb fun, but it's fun nonetheless. So yeah, I just wanted to have this covered. Let's get rid of this power pole and the stuff we built down there that isn't needed at the moment. But yeah, awesome. Our hard drive should also be ready right now. Okay, copper rotor and fused wire. Huh. This is not the rotor recipe that I want, so this one I will actually rescan. Alright, we have alternate fused quick wire. Absolutely not. And Caterium wire. Absolutely not. We'll leave those in so that they don't come up again. But that's, yeah, it's a bit unfortunate, but also it's fine. It's fine. So let's start thinking about our iron setup. And while we are doing that, before we do that actually, let's cross the milestone jump pads from the list. Alright. So what I'm thinking is connect everything up. I'm not sure if this is enough actually. Oh, these are now multiple foundations. It's probably gonna be fine. And we also have like a little bit of leeway here, right? Shouldn't be too bad. So yeah, it's time to tear all of this down. I should have enough building materials for almost everything. I definitely will have to craft from time to time, but right. We will just go from the assembler backwards, basically. And we will place the easier production lines next to one another. So I guess we start with the complex ones first. We have exactly one assembler that we can build. So in times of, or yeah, this will be, where will be our reference point? That's, I guess, the big question now. I guess we will work in like a snake pattern, maybe, if we need to. So really, we should start with saying, hey, do you know what? I want all the stuff that I produce in this to be lined up here. I don't quite know how many storage containers it will be, and we can also stack them on top of one another if we want to, but this is just so much easier to access right now. So, I guess, yeah, this is about the space we do have. I also want to be able to walk around everything. Okay, we don't have clipping with terrain. Well, we can get rid of that in a bit. But I do feel like... What's going on here? Ah, there we go. Okay, we have a good amount of space. I do feel like that. So, we will have one assembler. I guess we can't just leave space in between, and the front assembler, really the one that's furthest away from us and closest to storage. Does that look good? Yes, because then we can place power poles here. Okay. Alright, so this is probably should be smart plating, but we leave that out. We are only focusing on rotors and reinforced plates today. But with the other things in mind, so we want to set 1 to reinforced plates. So how do I go about everything? So we can get rid of the milestones now. Okay, so we know we need 30 iron plate and 60 screws per minute. So I usually go plates, 30, screws, 60. So I know, okay, that's what I need to feed into this machine, right? How do we do this? Well, we need constructors, and we also... Oh, let's place the assembler with the output towards the storage. That does make more sense. There we go. Okay, so to get to the plates, we know that we just need to smelt iron. To get to the screws, we know we need constructors and so on, right? So how do we get to 60 screws per minute for now? If that's our only thing to worry about. So we would need constructors, and I like to line up one of those with one of the inputs. I don't want to be too close, but this should be fine. Yeah, we can merge here, that's no problem. So I would go to the constructor, I would select screws, and I can see, I produce 40 per minute. Well, alright. I need 60. I have a difference of 20. If we scale that up to 120 screws, what do we do then? Oh, then we need 3 of these constructors to make us screws, right? I just really like to go about it that way. I know it's not the most efficient thing to do. We need more rotors, by the way, now. But this would supply us with 120 screws per minute, which then means, hey, do you know what? We can put 2 assemblers down for reinforced iron plates. And just for ease of use, I will place a crafting bench here near the storage. And I just crafted 10 rotors, so we can place at least 2 more assemblies. So now the question really becomes, do I want to have 2 assemblers for reinforced plate? And for me, I would say yes, I think it's worth it. Because other recipes use reinforced iron plates. Modular frame, for example, right? These will use 3 per minute. Rotors, we are good there, but smart plating also uses 2 per minute, right? So having more reinforced plates for use seems like a decent idea in my head. And that's why I often decide to, okay, I would like to do this. Now, if we produce 120 screws and we can divide that easily by 2, right? These are maybe a little bit too close. So let's get rid of them temporarily. And now I just have to think about, hey, can I make it easier for the second input? Yeah. Well, this one is in the way now, but okay, I can just use conveyor lifts if I want to. So the easy thing really is to take a splitter and put it right up close to one of the inputs, connect that in, and we just use the close input of the second assembler, right? But in front of this splitter we will need a merger, because we will have 3 machines that produce screws. So now we can place those down again. Where are they? Here they are. Now we can line up one of them basically with the middle and place one on either side, like that. So these will be screws. We will merge all the outputs. And now we need to be careful, right? We bring 40 in, 80. Alright, we are already over the Mark 1 belt, so this belt here, in front of the splitter, needs to be Mark 2. That needs to be able to take in all the 120 screws that we do produce and split them off. So that's half of the, well, it's actually a quarter of the occasion now dealt with, right? So let's search that power pole. It's right there. I should have placed it like this. How did I do it? I placed it correctly. Good. Obviously that is not enough, right? You always have one line that connects in. So this is why we need this one, right? We want to connect... Actually, we can do this already. Let's hook up the assemblers, and we can either use this to go to this one, which is what I can do, or we can take them out as we see fit, right? But now we have to solve the next puzzle, right? So now this went up, right? We basically doubled our output, so also we need to double our demand. So we have 60 iron plates and 120 screws. So my next... We really should separate these a little bit. My next train of thought is, how many rods does it need to produce all these screws? So let's have a quick glance. 10 per minute per, so we need 30 rods per minute. Let's go back, place one of these, whoops, place one down just to take a glance. Okay, with 15 in, we can make 15 out. Right, so we need 2 of those to provide 30 rods. All right, how do I want to do that? Basically in line with all of those. However, I also want one to produce me some rods for storage, right? We are not storing screws now, so that is also a problem to think about. Do we want to add that? I do think so. So now we need 10 more rods. We suddenly need 40 per minute, plus 10 for storage, plus 40 for storage, right? But I still... 30, sorry, there we go. No, it is, I was right. 30 plus 10 plus 10 for storage. Right? Because we want to get this guy to produce the 40 screws. And those will just go to storage, right? So we can probably just start looping belts around as we see fit. So these will be 40 per minute. We can use a Mark 1 belt, and we will get them to the containers as we see fit. Also, same goes for the reinforced plates. We could just merge them to get 10, right? And then we can take a look at the other recipes. We will change it up anyway, so we will just go with it for now. There we go, just merge this up like this, and as you can see, this aligns perfectly with this storage container, which is amazing. And we just send it all to storage for now. Okay, let's get back to the 30 rods that we need, right? And that's actually a good number for us because we can split 3 ways, right? And 2 of these guys, let's place it somewhere in line with those. There we go. It will produce 15 per minute. So 2 of these guys will just be enough to merge. Yeah, this is a very tight fit. I made a mistake here. Let's do the splitting first again. It really helps to do the splitting first, by the way. You can also like push this a little bit further in, so... Does this belt collide? No, it doesn't. Okay. We know that we will produce 30 rods, so we will merge our double 15 output. Merger, there we go. Into the splitter we just placed, which will divide 10 to each one of those, right? So now we can take the constructor out. Right, so 1, 2, and a third one, and I have this. Oh, this is perfect. This is aligned with the guy that produces screws for our storage, right? And we also want to add another layer of foundations here, another one of these constructors to give us more iron rods. Okay, we also, how many do we produce here, right? This is also 15. Okay, we can only deal with 10. So we could either split three-way and merge two of the outputs up again, which I do think we have place for that. Let's do that, actually. Why not? It's a good exercise to get my head wrapped around the numbers. So we take the output of this guy. 15 divided by 3 is 5. Merge two of those to get to 10, right? And then we can add the 5 to the 15 that we get here, and that will give us 20 per minute into our storage. And that seems like a decent enough idea, right? So we can take a merger in front of this guy. That's a splitter. There we go. I need a merger. Very, very important that this is the right kind. Okay, so we need to have another merger. Basically, oh, that's gonna be an intensely tight fit. No, it's fine. It's fine. We split 3 ways here, we merge up 2 ways. Like that. So this... Yeah, no, that's, the space is perfect, actually. We then take a merger and feed 5 of those and the other ones in here. And we have our next output belt for storage. Oh, that is... good. That's very nice. Let's make sure we have screws on all of those. Yep, seems good. Get to iron rods. And there is no under or overclocking at place. So now we do know we have basically, this is dealt with. We now need iron plates though, right? Because we want to feed that into these guys. So how do we do that? Now I just like to have them separately to what we are doing back there. So I will add them actually over here. And we know we need 60. So that means we need 3 constructors, sorry, just for that. So we do produce 20 each. There we go. And we need 30 each, right? So we are in a similar situation. Again, we need to merge the output of these 3 guys. And I would like to merge fairly closely. There we go. Ah. Did I just place down a splitter? Yeah, I did. That's my bad. There we go. Now we have a merger. Okay, so we do combine these 3 guys into 60 plates. We now know, hey, we need 30 in each of those. So let's split again. And we need to split into 2 different parts, right? So now the challenge becomes, how do we route this? So it does make sense. This looks fine. And for the other part, I think we go over top. Let's take a conveyor, whoopsie, lift, rotate it over that way. This could be pretty decent actually. So there we go. Let's see, can we connect that? We can. We need to change our power pole though. So that just now goes over top. Now we have another problem. We no longer produce iron plates for storage, right? Which is bad. We also want iron plates in storage. Okay, another problem that we need to solve. Well, let's count what we have so far. We do have reinforced plates, right? We do know that we need those for modular frames and for rotors. Oh, we don't need it for rotors, sorry. I forgot rotors! No! all this beautiful work and I did forget rotors. I'm so glad I caught that, because that means we need more screws and stuff, so let's grab our chainsaw. Ah, no, do you know what? I did say up to reinforced plates, so I guess we will... Let's do the math for the rest. And then we can decide what we will do with the other stuff. Although, just for reference, I would like to check. It's like 100 screws and 20 rods. So yeah, I don't think we can fit that into this setup here. That's fine though. That is fine by me. Okay. Alright. So we now have our next thing that we need to take into account, right? Basically, to get to enough iron, we need a lot. We need 30 ingots times 3, so we already have 60 ingots here. So 60 ingots just for the plates, right? But also we have all these guys. So we need 15 in each of those. Right? Yeah, so that's 40. That's another 60, isn't it? Okay, we need exactly 120 ingots then. Alright. So the next building in our chain are the smelters, and I guess we do have to orientate them a little bit differently. We will weave them into this as well. Right, and for these two guys, we just can basically run these smelters directly into them. Iron ingot, 30 per minute. We do need 30 per minute, right? So let's set that up. That's already 60 iron ingots used, right? And these guys need to have a splitter in front of them, like that. There we go. And we will have another splitter here. This is where the iron comes in from one of the sources. Okay, so we now know that we need another one of those in front of this guy. And we also know that this guy needs 30 iron ingots, right? So we take this one and split it into this guy, and we now are left with 30 over here. And we know that we need 30 to get 2 of those done. So we will split yet again in front of one of these guys. So take care of this belt and connect those up. Okay. And with that, we do have 4 smelters in play, right? Oh yeah, that's wrong. Wait, hang on. I had something wrong in my head again. Oh my god. We have this guy that can go into a smelter as well. Now this is a bit of a tight fit here, not gonna lie. But yeah, we will get 60 more ingots here. This guy can take care of 30 of those. This guy takes care of 30 of those. We know that we need 15 in each of those, so let's get a splitter and split those 15 in. Now that's correct. Good. Okay, so we do have a little bit of a problem now, right? We still need 30 iron ingots for this guy. Okay. Which means we can get another constructor to iron plates, and we now will use 30 ingots again. Which means, I can get rid of these notes, by the way. There we go. We have used up our 120 that we will get from one miner, but remember, we do have 2 of those. So this is fine. This is absolutely fine, right? We split the 30. Is this facing the wrong way? It absolutely is. There we go. This can produce iron plates for us that we do want to store as well, right? Is that belt gonna make it? I think it's gonna make it. Very nice. So that sets us up with plates, rods and screws and reinforced plates. And yes, we have to use a little bit of trickery, I guess. It's not as easy as I would have liked it to be, but that's fine. So we just need to run another iron input line over here that we then split off as well, right? So we split 30 into 15 each, and we split the 30 into that. So that should leave us with some leeway. So let me get on with constructing all of those things. Okay, stuff has been cleaned up a little bit, so I accidentally dismantled this miners, but that's okay. I think we want to use one of those for the second line, right? And this one is gonna be a little bit ugly. Okay, I decided I will rearrange this guy a little bit. So basically, can run foundations here. Yeah. And then we will just use the good old lift. Right? And yeah, we don't have to lift it up too much, actually. That's fine. Alright. Couple of reinforced plates acquired. Oh boy. Right, so this miner will actually supply a whole bunch of our production, right? He will supply these 4 smelters for us, which is insane if you think about it, because that powers almost the whole thing that we've planned. What we are left with are these 3 constructors. We need like 30 ingots here, 30 ingots combined, right? Which equals out to 60, so we can even. Oh man, that's so good. We can take this output, put a smelter somewhere here, and just set it to something, I don't know, something else that we want. Or we could just simply underclock the miner to only... Hey, do you know what? That's actually the better idea. Okay, the moment of truth has, in fact, arrived. The one thing we have to do is connect the miners up to power, and I guess we can connect this one like that, and this guy also like that. Okay, let's make sure this is set to 50%, which it is. That guy should be pumping out 120 iron per minute, and yeah, well, let's see if I have forgotten to connect a cable somewhere. No, I think we're good. Yeah, we can see both of the miners are providing resources, so it's starting to look pretty decent. Okay, yeah. Smelters are coming online. Okay. So far so good, right? The left side is the more dangerous side. There's so many connections. I can see some iron plate ingots getting pushed over, so that's looking good. I can see ingots coming up through this splitter right here. Okay. So the last thing for this back row is the 60 belt right here, right? And honestly, it looks very complicated if you don't know what the buildings are, and yeah, I know that smelter that is like oriented in a different way makes it kind of weird, but having all the constructors in one line, right? It just, and the assemblers up in the front there, makes it so much easier. Oh my god. Wait, I made a crucial mistake down here. What? How did I not see that? Hang on. That is basically what happens if you don't pay attention. And if you are designing something for too long. We need smelters! How did I not catch that? Oh man, let me do the setup here again. Okay, error corrected. We needed 2 more smelters here. And we do split the output as before. Oh wow. I don't know why I didn't catch that. Like, it's such a crucial thing, right? But I couldn't see it. I literally could not see it. So, we will take a power pole. I guess this will do. Whoopsie. Get these 2 going. Let's make sure they are configured to ingots. They are. But yeah, there you can see just such a little error in the way that you think about the factory and what you have done and what you haven't done can make a huge difference, right? Such a huge difference. And if we now take a look, we can see, yes, that looks much, much better now. Ingots are flowing in. Yeah, the bottom belt here, that arcs in a huge way, right? We could have basically done a snake motion as well, like with the splitter there. But I thought, you know what, it's fine, it's fine. We can definitely see those ingots are getting through the whole system, so let's quickly come over here. And now I wonder, yeah, see, look, here are the rods doing their thing. I have a strange feeling that this is working perfectly fine over here. And that's good. Yes. Yes. Yes! I love it! I do love when stuff just works the way I think it should. Okay, very, very nice. We can see rods, we can see screws that making their way into storage. We can see plates now. Screws are distributed here. We can see plates getting distributed here as well. As on the top, right? So we also see reinforced plates making their way through. Oh my god. That feels so good. That's, oh no. Well, I guess it's for that right now. I want the default, because you can do this. There we go. Just a single little thing. Right there. Cool! We are now producing reinforced plates in an automatic manner. That makes my life so much more easy. Especially if I want to redesign this. Which I want to. I have 60 iron ingots that I'm not using right now. I guess they will get into play if you want to automate rotors and smart plating, right? And modular frames. But yeah, oh, I'm so happy with the basic setup here, honestly. Rods are coming in, screws are coming in. All we are waiting for now are the regular iron plates, but I guess they are rolling in right now. Oh, this feels good. This feels really, really good, guys. What a massive, massive undertaking this was. So, wow, I'm really happy with this, honestly. Yeah, there were a couple of fails in there, but that's to be expected, especially if you are... when you are talking over what you're doing with these machines, it's so easy to just trip up and forget something, and I guess we can move those screws over now and stuff. We have a lot of rods as well as a couple of iron plates in storage from the old setup, but that's perfectly fine with me. There we go. We could potentially, you know, just make this a Mark II belt up to a splitter and do something like more plates or something. But for now, I'm exceedingly happy with what you've done here. I guess I will have to collect more biofuel. Yeah, probably a good idea. To do this one... Oh no. I probably have to do this 1 or 2 more times, which is fine. But yeah, this is our new iron production, which covers most, but not all of the things. Let's make a screenshot of that. Ah, that's cool. That's really, really cool. I love it. I really do. But yeah, I think we have deserved a sip of coffee. Whew. That was good. Okay, iron up to reinforced plates. It's done. The alternate recipes, next episode. Definitely next episode. Right. We could go quickly into quick-wire and zipline. Shall we? No, let's keep this episode purely iron-related. I think that's better. I really think that's the way to go for us. There we go. Just get the iron out of the way. We will have to do something about copper as well. And with the alternate recipes that we will take... No, yeah. I can make decisions. Man, I'm just... I want to play so badly, it's insane. But yeah, I think this is a good starting point. A point where we also can add in other productions as soon as we go over the alternate recipes in the next episode and ease off on these rod constructors, right? So yeah, this might seem a little bit wasteful to build this and then pretty much already be expecting to tearing it down, but I'm fine with that. It is what it is. You will always find stuff to optimize, and yeah, I mean, we can get into like foundations, right? We have a couple of stuff here. We have some walls, although basic, but I will go out and hunt with my gun to get more DNA capsules so we can get more stuff out of the awesome shop, the conveyor walls. Maybe that's the most important thing for us right now, and then we can just really build a factory, right? So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I hope you have enjoyed this iron setup. It's not the most efficient thing in the world, but it also doesn't have to be. But that's it for today. That's all we have time for. Thank you very much for watching, guys. And as always, take care. Bye.